All right, Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Raha HaKodash. Double honors unto my elder apostles and elder bishops at Great Millstone, and the elder high priest that taught my elder apostles. All right, peace and blessings unto the elect, starting with the 144,000, the governing body of the nation of Israel, which are men, as well as the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children. And this is the brother Atazaria from the Great Millstone, Houston. And I'm going to play this news article, okay, from ABC 6 Action News, okay. As a matter of fact, let me click on this, all right, and I'll read this. It says longshore workers at ports from Maine to Texas are set to walk off the job early Tuesday, staging what could become the most disruptive strike to the U.S. economy in decades. Okay, and I'm gonna call fair use. All right, I'm not gaining any type of monetary, physical monetary. All right, I'm not making any money from this. This is purely for educational and purposes. Okay, so expect shortages, higher prices at port, as port workers prepare to strike. Now, what does this mean? This means the people that are only able to get $7 worth of gas when they go to the gas station and um, buy the great value and big K soda and the cheapest stuff in the store, the highly processed, the worst type of crap. The people that can't afford the price of goods now. Okay, what does that mean to them? It means things are gonna get tighter for a situation that's already tight. People are already in. At this point, everybody's feeling it. Okay, and as the elder Tazapai had put, he was like, "Shit, rich people don't like this shit neither." Rich do get richer in these types of situations. Some of them do, you know, but rich people don't like spending a lot of money either. That's how they got money. They didn't get money from blowing it. As social media would have you think, you know. Like I remember one time in an Outcast song they said it's not about how much you make, but how much you spend. You got me bent, you know. It ain't about how much you spend, it's about how much you got. Okay? But that's one of the reasons why Jake like to blow all their bread. And look, I'm spending money on all this shit that I don't need. You see Esau, he a fucking billionaire driving a goddamn Prius. You see? But anyway, to those that are already hurting, it's gonna hurt. And it's about to hurt worse. Okay? And we're gonna get some scriptures. But I'm gonna play this again, fair use. Alright, however, I'm not making anything off of this. It's strictly for educational purpose and warning. Okay? So without further ado, let me play this.
Strike is looming at ports along the eastern Gulf Coast that could cost the American economy billions of dollars per day and potentially lead to shortages for consumers.
A strike of this magnitude would cripple the U.S. economy.
Dock workers represented by the International Longshoremen's Association are threatening to go on strike Tuesday. The strike would affect 45,000 workers and close to 36 ports from Texas to Maine. Analysts warn a walkout lasting more than a week could lead to major supply chain disruptions. Anything imported could be delayed, including fresh produce, toys, alcohol, and vehicles and parts. Some some experts warning if you need your car repaired, get to the dealership now.
If there's a prolonged strike, you could see shortages with fresh fruits and vegetables. Obviously, the automotive parts sector will be impacted.
The port.
And it's already a shortage of fruits and vegetables. Okay? Because that's mainly what I eat. So when I go to the grocery store, either before or after work, okay, I go straight to the produce section. I don't much the processed shit. I don't mess with that stuff. You know, as best I can. You know, but I always break my fast with fruits. Okay, typically blackberries and raspberries, organic. Okay, and water. Okay, or I may have a blend of juice, squeezed OJ, real orange juice. Okay, not none of that simply crap. You know, real orange. You know, squeezed oranges, and some Concord grape juice. You know, in a glass bottle, not from concentrate. Okay. And I'll say this about that. One little vat, the little container, the small little container that can fit in your hand, which basically holds a handful of blackberries, is $5 a pop. So are the raspberries. And I like to get 4. So what I'll do is, no, I'll get 3, I'm sorry. I'll get 2 blackberry and 1 raspberry. And I'll mix it all together in a bowl. And I'll eat that and I break my fast like that. So that right there, that's $15. Just for the fruit. And that I ain't even got to the apples or nothing else, which typically it ain't nothing in there but that. A bunch of GMO. It's hard pressed to find organic. Okay. You gotta go to specialty stores to get the organic, you know, and it's high. But I'm saying that to say, when I'm in the produce section, a lot of times they'll have like a little sign. I just wanted to throw that in there, you know, because that's, you know, hopefully that can help somebody that's, you know, trying to get on the health tip. That's just what I do, you know. But when I look at the produce, sometimes it'll say, due to such and such, we don't have this right now. And I'm seeing those little signs a lot often. And fruits that I used to see a lot more of, I don't hardly see no more. Like, I know certain things are seasonal, you know, but it's like, really, the only organic fruits that I typically see, I don't even see oranges organic in there no more. For the most part, unless I go to like a Whole Foods, you know. But I'm talking about the regular grocery store, you know. That stuff is not, they don't hardly have any, you know. And it's already, and there's already shortages and the prices are already high. So what is this going to add? Fuel to the fire. It's going to make things worse, as we keep seeing. Watch the series of events that are about to unfold. Florida and the East Coast is dealing with North Carolina. All of that is jacked up from the hurricane Helene, and I believe there's 2 more coming. Okay, all by design. Okay, all by design. And for whoever don't believe that there's weather manipulation, they got cloud busters. You can look up Operation Popeye, something that they did that's public record, public knowledge. You know, it's open to the public. Operation Popeye during the Vietnam conflict. Okay, They were doing it then. There's no new thing. That's not nothing new. They can do that. And you can watch live radars of the weather patterns, okay, on the YouTube. And a lot of those guys that's been doing that meteorologist type stuff, and some of them is just straight out saying, hey man, you can clearly see they forming this shit where they're saying, there's a handful of them that are saying, hey man, you can clearly see that they are definitely manipulating these events, these so-called natural disasters. Okay, anyway, so you got all this stuff going on, okay, in the, leading up to a election, okay, that's bread and circus, okay. You got all this stuff going on. You got the Venezuelan gangs, okay. You got cities being taken over by gangs from. Now Venezuela is the safest it's ever been. That's because they released all their hardened criminals and let them come straight up in here. All by design. All hell is getting ready to break loose. And the people I run into, like people that I work around, and you know, just people on the day, you know, what I do in passing, which ain't much because I'm typically by myself and I hardly interact with people because I work at night and I work by myself. Ain't nobody talking about none of this stuff. It's just business as usual. You know? Sudden destruction is coming. Okay? Let's finish this out and we're gonna get some scriptures. Alright.
Workers Union is demanding higher wages and a ban on automated cranes, gates, and trucks. The U.S. Maritime Allowance.
You see that? They want a ban on automated cranes and etc. Because you know what that means? If the cranes go automated, AI controlled, okay, what is that gonna do? And I know crane operators. I know one man in particular, he died, one of my father's friends. He was a crane operator at the port for years. They make good money. Good money. Okay? So of course Esau, being the capitalist businessman he is, you see, this devil is not logical. Well, to an extent, because even at a low level, you gotta come to grips with, okay, if I start putting automation in my store and everybody starts doing this, who's gonna have money to buy the things that I'm selling? My goods, who's gonna buy or who's gonna pay for my services? Now the elites already, they got a plan. You see? But I'm talking about these low level, but they so greedy with a capitalistic mind state, you know, who's gonna be left to buy your goods and services? And they're the typical American capitalist is a lemming. Whatever the rest of the businesses are doing, they're doing it. Because businesses, just like anything else, trend. There are trends within businesses. Okay? So anyway, nobody's talking about this, and things are about to get a lot worse. All right, let me finish this out.
Representing the ports claims the union isn't bargaining in good faith. The Maritime Alliance has filed an unfair labor practice charge with the National Labor Relations Board in hopes of getting the union back to the bargaining table before Tuesday's contract deadline. Andrea Fujii.
You see? And to my knowledge, you know, and I could be wrong because I don't much look. I don't the TV cut the news on type shit. I don't do that. I get all my information off, the net, YouTube and other news sources, And in this particular instance, this is from TikTok. This was shared. Okay, brother shared this video, so I decided to do a lesson on it. But anyway, so we see what's coming. Okay, a disruptive strike to the U.S. economy, and it's gonna be they're staging what could become the most disruptive strike to the U.S. economy in decades. In an economy that's already in the crapper. Okay, this place is already in the crapper. Okay, now let's get some scriptures. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16. All right, and let me see. Let me get straight to the point. This is 2nd Ezra 16 in verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. There's going to be a lot of people that can't. That's why they're pushing this universal basic income. Okay? It's all designed to take away you being. Hey, that song by the Goody Mob, Cell Therapy. He said, no more fishing for your fish. You see? That's what it's all about. We're going to do everything for you. You're going to be happy. You ain't going to own nothing. We're going to give you money. You're going to have a certain amount of time to spend it. We're going to give you like an allowance. Big brother is going to give an allowance. Okay? Till they eradicate the majority of the people. This is their plan. Okay? They're into the W to the O. Okay? This is what they want to do. They had it on the Georgia Guidestones. Those things weren't erected just as a tourist attraction. Okay? And now they're gone. Why? You see? But people ain't smelling the coffee. They ain't woke up. Okay? Some people have. And at this point, and really ever, our concern is with the elect being woke up. All right, so let's go back. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Not good morning, like, hey, good morning. Mournings, sorrowful. Okay? People in misery. And people are already miserable. It just got to be said. People are already dealing with this type of stuff. It's going to get worse. Okay? Thus said Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Not me, the Most High. Okay? Let me read verse 15. We'll go back. 2nd Ezra 16 and 15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Okay? Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and hey, we're there. The beginning of famine and great death. Hey, look how many people is starting to drop off from the juice, man. Children, cancer, all kind of shit they ain't never been seen before. Then we ain't even talking about the opioid and fentanyl. There's a little young cat, one of my son's friends back from the little town where I'm from, just took a pill and never woke up. Uphill. Because Jake is out here on his drugs. Trying to escape reality and partying like a rock star. You see? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That, hey, even the hip hop culture is that. It's all about being a dope fiend. There's one song, this dude named Absol, he said, "You ain't never seen a junkie this fly." He was talking about himself. Like niggas is bragging about being dope fiends. Unbelievable. Let me do this so that screen on time, man. Let's go back. 2nd Esdras 16 and 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars. Look what the small hats are doing. Now they in Beirut, Lebanon. You see? And the scripture says the least of the flock. They the least of the flock. And that's how it's all gonna go. Hey, go in Iran. Shit. Let's get it cracking. But we understand, these prophecies gotta happen in order. You see? But that's the end. That's it. Do it. Okay? Do it, Roger, do it. Do it, Esau. It says the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. You see? The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. The Most High is sick of all of this place. So he's letting it happen. Now it's that time. We are in that time. Okay? Oh, the time of Jacob's trouble. Watch how all this shit unfold. It's going to happen so fast. Thus said Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Time is already flying by. I was watching the brothers on the block yesterday. It was like, man, it's already Friday. Look how fast these Fridays are coming around. Because the main camp go out on Friday. And then we go out on Friday, Tuesday, Friday, and we go out on Sunday. That's the 3 camp days. Look how fast Sunday tomorrow Sunday. We're going to go out tomorrow morning. Look how fast that, like we was just out there yesterday. That's how it feels. Because these weeks, I used to say the days are a blur. Now the weeks and the months are a blur. 2024 is almost over. We're about to be in October. Because this is supposed to take place Tuesday. Okay? Going back, let's get another scripture. It's the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24. I'm going to read verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, which it is, the love of many shall wax cold, and it has. But he that shall endure unto the end, talking about the elect, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world, which it has for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. That's why the end is here. Let's jump back in this chapter. Let's go to verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. The very end. You know why? The prophecy's got to happen. The time of Jacob's trouble, the M-O to the T to the B, the third woe. These prophecies going to happen in order. That's why I said the end is not yet. Although we are at the end. Okay? But a couple of the prophecies got to happen before it's over with. Okay? Before the true righteous transition takes place. Okay? The true world order under righteousness. The Kainos world order. Okay? We should be familiar with that word by now, which is new. Okay. In the New Testament. I'll be on this in this chapter so much it got a hole in the page. I need to get some tape. And ain't nothing in here. Anyway, let me see. Let's jump back. Say Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, definitely. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to close, and with that, hey, we're watching the end manifest itself. This is it. Shalom.